What's up, Girl Scouts? It's Ruthless here, and today we've got a nice little quick commentary here. We're playing some Black Ops 2. Believe we're on Studio here. I think that's the one I'm going to put up behind this. I don't know exactly what I'm doing. I just figured I'd take it. Fuck, dude. Talking is just, like, so overrated, don't you think? Shit. How you guys doing? I've had quite an eventful day. It started off pretty good, you know. So I knew going into the day that I had a job interview at AMC Theaters, and also my friend Jason. You've heard him probably in a couple of stories. He also had a friend. He also had a job interview at AMC Theaters. So when I did a phone screening with them, actually, the guy asked me what the last movie I saw at an AMC Theater was, and I completely blacked out, and I just said San Andreas, which was a complete lie. And so I figured I should probably go see the movie before I take the interview, just to be safe. And it was a good idea. I mean, it was a good idea. It didn't end up mattering in the end, but we'll get to that. And so I ended up going to a dine-in movie theater. It was at AMC, and it was so awesome. Like, it was so not luxurious necessarily. I mean, yeah, it kind of was, but it was so, like, fancy. It was such a good theater. Like, so the way it worked is you walk in, like, you get your tickets, whatever. You walk in, and you go to your whatever theater you want to go to. And they got, like, leather seats, and they all have, like, super nice armrests, and they have, like, TV trays that you kind of, like, swing around in front of you. And each seat has a menu, and it has, like, utensils and ketchup and stuff. And me and Jason were the only two people in the theater. So it was so cool, because if you've ever done that, which I've done that maybe one other time, where you go and it's just you in the theater, it's so good because you can say whatever you want. You know, you can talk during the movie. It's just a really, really good time. And it's amazing. I absolutely love it. So, we get there, and we start to look through the menu, and I really don't know what I want. Like, I don't know if I want just, like, the classic movie theater stuff. You know, do I just want, popcorn and a soda? Or do I actually want to get something to eat? So I was looking through, and I was like, you know what, I think I'm going to get some chicken tenders, because they looked really good. And Jason decided to just get a milkshake and some Reese's. And so, and the way it works is you press this button, and I don't know if you've ever been to a dining theater before, but you press the button, and the server comes up next to you, or supposed to come up and, take your order. So we're doing that, and I press the button, and I wait like 5 minutes, and no one's come up. And I'm like, Jason, press your button. And he already did it. He already did press his button. So I was like, hey, press your other button. Press the button, like, to the side. And so he pressed, like, 2 more, and it still took, like, 5 minutes for a server to get up there. And, eventually they came up there, and they took my order, and they took, his order. And so as she's leaving, Jason's like, hang on, like, do you have any tips, like, for the interview? And she's like, she really didn't. Like, it was just, like, all the stuff, be nice, be polite, whatever, don't lie, all that shit. And she's like, okay. And then, the food comes, and my chicken strips, they were so fucking good. I swear to God, they were juicy and big, and they were just so fucking good. Take that any way you want. But they were so good. They could just open a restaurant. Like, the food was so fucking good. And, it's so cool, because when you're the only people in the theater, you can say whatever you want. So we're just sitting there the whole time, like, show me your titties, like, shit. And it was a really good movie, San Andreas. I would recommend seeing it. It's one of those movies where you have to suspend belief a little bit, because if you don't, then it gets on your nerves, because there are definitely situations in that movie where the people should have died, period. It kind of reminded me, if you've ever seen Jurassic Park, which I'm sure you have, one of the scenes in that movie, you have the 2 kids who were, like, super young, they're, like, maybe 10. They're holding a door shut as a dinosaur tries to, like, plow through the door, and they hold it shut. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, if that was real life, like, those kids would be ran through like a fat kid running through brownies. They would just be gone. Like, you would never see them again. And it's just like, really? Like, come on. So, it's one of those movies where if you can get over that, it's a good movie. I like The Rock. I think he's a good actor. He used to be a good wrestler too. I think he still wrestles every now and then, but I'm not sure. And anyway, on to the part 2 of my day. So we ended up finishing out. We went home, or I went home. I took him back to his house, and then I had my interview about 30 minutes after I got home. So I go up there, and, like, the parkings were all fucked up in a theater. It's a different theater that I applied at, and, like, the parking's all fucked up in it and shit. So it took me a minute to find a place to park, because you have to park in a garage, and I didn't know that, so I had to, like, U-turn around and go park in the garage. And so I get up there, and they hand me, like, a pamphlet and stuff, and I read it. And then eventually, this girl comes up. We're gonna call her Brandy. It's not her real name. And she's like, hey, I'm Brandy, and I'm like, hey, and nice to meet you. And we end up going into the break room, which smelled like almost like what a urinal smells like. And I walked in there, I was like, what the fuck? And she goes, yeah, we just ordered new urinal packs. I'm like, what the fuck's a urinal pack? And apparently it's something they put in urinals so they don't smell like shit. Obviously, whoever invents those needs to be fired because that shit don't work. So, whatever, my opinion. But, we got into the interview, and this girl was just, like, super, super cool. Like, she, of course, she asked the questions, like, typical interview questions. Like, have you ever found yourself in a situation where you met someone new, or, difficult, gave up a situation where you gave up your time, something like that. And, just questions that, like, I knew the answer to, and I felt like I really did well. But most of the interview was spent on just, like, me and her talking, because it was just, like our personalities just meshed really well. And, you could tell that if I get the job, but she basically said, like, hey, we have more interviews, but I can pretty much say that you're going to get the job. So, that's really exciting, because that's a place I'd love to work. Like, I like movies. They're really cool. And if you work there, I get free movies. So that's fucking awesome. And I'm really excited. I really want to get that job. So, yeah, it's pretty much, my day. And I just got a new microphone, too. I got a Snowball Ice. I want you guys to tell me, if you watch this video, I want you to go back, and I want you to watch any videos before this one that I uploaded. And I want you to tell me which one sounds better, or if, there's not really that big of a difference in audio quality. Because I'm curious to see if it sounds any better or worse or whatever. I don't think it's going to sound worse, but I'm curious to see if you can tell a difference. So, like, for example, could you tell I had a new microphone when I started the video? So, if you guys did enjoy the video, drop a like down below. If you have anything you want to tell me or ask me, you can comment below. And subscribe if you do want to see more of my sexiness. And I will see you guys later. Peace, bye.